Alright, so this is a little different content than what I'm usually posting, which is heavily related to the NFL and football related news. So today I'm actually going to step into a world I actually do follow quite as heavily as I do football, but I find it hard to post content about during the regular season unless it is supremely breaking news like the winner of the World Series, who's going to play for the World Series, like major award winners, major trades, and of course now that you know I'm talking about, of course, Major League Baseball. And now that it's the off season, I will probably cover it more. What's the word? More like the NFL. I'll post videos about it daily because there are a lot of fun moves, roster cuts, trades, big coaching decisions that ultimately do shape the way the game goes forward. So in today's news about baseball, I guess the first one I'll do is about longtime Tigers broadcasters Mario Impemba and Rod Allen will not be back next season to continue their duties they've been doing since the year 2003, about the year when I actually got into baseball. So they've been the voice of baseball to me since I was 10 years old. So like it's a bittersweet moment for me. It's not even sweet. It's just a bitter moment because these guys are the guys that voiced baseball for me. They brought me into the game. They made me interested in it. They were very entertaining, very good at what they did. They were sure they were cheesy, sure they sometimes didn't get the stats right, and they were sometimes just in their own little worlds. But when you're a younger kid and you're coming up to a sport, they were very good. They were great voices to bring kids into a game because they weren't boring. When you're a kid, they're not boring, and that's a big problem with a lot of these baseball. I'll go into why they get fired shortly, but like since this is kind of like a weird like this is like when you're like your favorite announcers are like dying or gone, it feels like these guys are just gone now, and it sucks. It just kind of sucks. So but yeah, so like these are guys were good. They won local Emmys and things like that, and they've been here since 2003. So we'll have new announcers going forward. Hopefully not Kirk Gibson if you're a Tigers fan. This kind of sucks today. I guess we'll get some new announcers. Hopefully it's not the guys that ended the season. Those guys were horrible. No offense to I think it was Shepard and Gibson, but like they're just not as good. It's going to be hard shoes to fill. I'm kind of hoping they give the job to Monroe and someone else like Craig Monroe, but we'll see going forward with that. But the incident that happened on September 4th that led to them being suspended for the season was here's what I've read that happened, and according to the Detroit News article that I have here up on the screen, you probably can read what's actually gone down. So this isn't my words. I'm gonna kind of use some of this article because this is like source material. Like this person had the article has a source. So I'm just kind of like giving you an update on what happened in this incident that led to Mario Impemba and Rod Allen, the 15-year veterans of broadcasting, being let go from their jobs as of today. It looks like, or as of yesterday. No, today, yeah, wow. No, it was yesterday when this became news. So you probably already know about this, but I actually just found out about it earlier this morning. So I thought I'd make a video and introduce my baseball content with this. What had happened September 4th, there were apparently what had happened uh, late during the game on September 4th, there was a 43-second blackout when Impemba was irked by Rod Allen's fixation on his emails, Twitter, and text rather than on the game. So in retaliation, he decided to boycott announcing. So the game went silent. It was a very weird moment. And then after the game, that weird feeling continued, and then the two shared they shared prickly words, and then allegedly of course, this is alleged. Rod Allen put his hands around Mario Impemba's neck. The two had to be separated, which was rather quickly. And then Mario left, and Rod Allen went to go do this. Um, he didn't clear up the space for Mr. Allen. They just started yelling at each other. It didn't last long until it got physical, like the verbal altercation. And it just seems like it was over people not cleaning out spaces that actually led to the incident. But both guys will be let go. A lot of people thought they would have actually just missed a game, but they actually ended up missing the season. And now they have officially let go of Mario Impemba and Rod Allen. So I'm not sure who's actually also going to be calling the Tigers going forward. But that is officially the news for the Tigers. I guess I'll do a little bit more baseball news to make this video a little longer. Um, Let's see. We can go to the MLB.com site itself, and we have the league championship series are set, 2 teams apiece. We have the final four in the Cleveland Indians and the Boston and the New York Yankees. Kind of. Oh no, it was the Boston Red Sox. I'm sorry. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. I hate the Yankees. But yeah, the now it is the Astros and the Red Sox versus the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. I tend to use a little bit more team names and nicknames than I do with the NFL with baseball because I'm just really into this. And it looks like we have the ALCS Game 1 on October 13th, Saturday. Verlander is taking on Chris Sale in what should be an epic matchup. These two guys have battled since their days in Chicago and Detroit, and now they're battling to bring their teams to the World Series, a back-to-back appearance potentially for the Astros, and for Boston, they have to get there to sort of solidify the fact that they built this super team in the American League. And if they don't get there, what a wasted season, a bunch of money wasted, another disappointment for a Dave Dombrowski team who builds these super teams and they can't compete. Did it a lot in Detroit. Trust me, if you're a Tigers fan, you remember the 2012 super team we had, the 2014 super team. We just can't fucking do it. So this is a very scary thing if you're a Red Sox fan and you know your GM's history of team building. Now we look at the Dodgers, and the Dodgers in the and they have, of course, with the Astros, they have one of the best overall teams in baseball. I really don't want that video playing, but the Dodgers have one of the most, or not the Dodgers, sorry, the Astros have one of the most overall solid teams in baseball. Great pitching, great fielding, a great core. But the problem is some of that team's going to be gone next year. This is their year to strike to potentially grab 2 fucking World Series in a row. It would be a great feat for a team like the Astros, so we can always root for them, especially since I'm a Tigers fan through and through. I am rooting hard for Justin Verlander to capture 2 rings to add to his illustrious amount of hardware he's already accumulated over a legendary career. So let's go Astros to win the World Series. That's of course my pick going forward. And then we have the Dodgers and the Milwaukee Brewers. Both of these teams are. I know a little bit less about the National League, to be fully honest. But I know both these teams are powerhouses as they pretty much just worked right through, going 6-1 combined in the division series. So only the Dodgers lost one to one of the hotter teams in the Atlanta Braves. The Braves will be back. They're a young team, but the Dodgers are the equivalent to what I think Boston is, a sort of super team with a bunch of super talent. They should go back to the World Series this year and rematch with the Astros over the Brewers, simply because I don't know if Kristen Yelich is going to be enough, but like, and even this website's like adding Christian was huge, but it's like, yeah, dude, but like he is your team, man. Like, I know, I don't know, I don't know what to say about the National League. Know more about these American League teams because I tend to pay more attention, especially to certain teams like Boston or the Tigers or the Yankees. I don't know why. It's just I'm drawn to these bigger market teams. I don't. And the Dodgers with like Clayton Kershaw, he has a lot to prove this series too because he's kind of not really done anything. He doesn't have any rings, so he's real hungry for one finally. So we can finally see like this is going to be a very, very fun championship series, and then a World Series, of course, which should provide tons of fireworks. Let's see. Bryant turned down huge multi-offer deal. Dodgers could be the same as the 2006 Cards, which means that they could probably end up beating the Red Sox, which would be crazy. Yeah, but that's all right. That is all I'm going to do for this first baseball news. So, what has happened in this video is I've explained all the stuff I'm going to be doing with this series. I'm just going to go over all the news, acquisitions, trades, firings, and hirings of managers that I see during the baseball offseason, and I'll give updates on the pennant chase here, the race for the pennant, the World Series. And in this video, I went over the firings of Mario Impemba and Rod Allen, and I also went over like who's playing for the league championship series. So, give me a little bit of time to get used to making baseball content and stuff like that, and I'll be good to go very shortly on that. So, thank you so much for listening to this presentation brought to you by Rob. Hope you have a good day, and oh yeah, if you like this video, please leave a like. And subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It helps it grow. And comment below what you think about Mario and Rod getting let go from their job as the Tigers GM. And who do you think is going to win the World Series? I think the Astros are, personally. Back-to-back champ sounds good. Let's talk about it. All right, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. Bye bye.